Maki Herbert calls herself a green fairy, growing and supplying cannabis to those who need it to manage their chronic pain.
To be honest, that's quite a bit of weed.
Yeah, it is. But I help a lot of people. Yeah. So it goes with the territory.
Talking openly to the Hui, she's risking it all to show the public what she does and who she's helping.
The law sucks. You know, they're just making criminals out of us.
Maki makes cannabis oil, cannabis balm and cannabis green tea with her plants. The plants are deemed illicit, so it's all illegal.
So I've cooked it on slow cook for 3.5 hours and I've let it sit. So it's only 3 ingredients, totally organic.
But not yet legal.
Not legal. The balm, that's what it looks like.
You add lavender?
I add lavender to it. A couple of teaspoons of cannabis green tea, just like if you were doing a coffee. Great for the stomach. Oh, yummy.
Kia ora, Maki.
Oh,
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Maki helps who she can.
Come on, come in.
Today it's Aunty Bet, in her 70s, who's been living with agonising arthritis for years.
I just wouldn't be without it. I know it's illegal, I know the law, but I am prepared to keep using it as well.
So you had pain with it?
It was so painful I couldn't even lie on it.
A lot of people, when they've tried everything else and I offer them this and they go home and try it and they say, fantastic, amazing, it worked. What do? You talk with them all the time.
It's now been a year since Aunty Bet started using the balm, and she says the difference to her quality of life has been remarkable.
Prior to using it, I would make a trip to Te Aotearoa and be crippled for 2 days. I go there now and I'm as active as anybody else.
You got your life back?
I've got my life back. I can do whatever I want to do now. I can go wherever I want to go.
Currently, people who are dying or who suffer chronic conditions like epilepsy can be prescribed cannabis-based products legally, but these treatments are very expensive. So, to make this kind of pain relief more accessible, the Labour Party has introduced the Misuse of Drugs Amendment Bill.
The package that we've put together is real progress.
A key part providing a legal defence for the terminally ill with less than a year to live, to possess and use illicit cannabis. In other words, they can use homegrown marijuana. But that's not the case for sufferers of chronic pain, who could still face jail time if caught using it.
It's only catering for a very small sector of the community who have been given a death sentence anyway. Anyone that has something that needs to be fixed, and it can be fixed with cannabis, then let it be cannabis.
GP Dr. Graham Gulbransen couldn't agree more. He's a medical cannabis specialist who's prescribed legal cannabis products to over 40 people in the last year.
It's not the stone that's the benefit, it's the chemical processes in the body that just calm down pain and calm down cancer growth, calm down anxiety. So generally, my experience is that the side effects from medicinal cannabis are probably less than from some of the strong painkillers, for instance, that we use in medicine.
While Dr. Gulbransen is legally allowed to prescribe cannabis-based products,
She isn't. Same to you.
he doesn't want to see those in chronic pain criminalised for using illicit cannabis remedies or their suppliers either.
There are desperate people who are being helped by compassionate providers and they are taking legal risks themselves. So I think we need to protect more people than just the patient.
Illicit marijuana is often much cheaper than the legal products, partly because cannabis medications aren't subsidised in New Zealand.
The cost of this is around $1,000, so it works out to be about $4 a spray. Some people will need it up to 5 or 10 or 12 times a day. Looking at $50 a day, well, that's going to be unaffordable for most people.
Right. We need to be thinking about affordability for our people, not only select for the rich who can afford it, because at the moment that's what it is.
That's Mum and Dad.
I The Hui MP Jenny Marcroft knows what it's like to watch a loved one suffer in chronic pain. She lost her mother Helen to cancer when she was a child.
How hard was it to watch your mum suffer the way she did?
Her slow demise was very painful to watch, and it is, you know, within our human condition to want to heal and stop that pain.
While she sympathises with those suffering from chronic pain, she says decriminalising homegrown products would cause even more suffering.
We have a drug issue, and that is a cause for concern. So we need to have strict guidelines and boundaries around that. Yes, there is a need to be compassionate. There is a need to provide a medicinal medicine that will relieve pain and suffering. But by the same token, we can't open the door widely. We need a regulated environment, and we need the doctors to be fully on board with this. We need them to be comfortable that they're just prescribing the right product for the right illness. We'll be able to develop our own industry that will make these products far more accessible and affordable for New Zealanders.
But that industry could take up to 2 years to develop. So for now, chronic pain sufferers might have to rely on green fairies like Maki.
When people see this many plants for one person, they may think,
oh, there's always a risk.
No good, or...
Yeah, well, there's always a risk that I might get ripped off or I'll get busted again.
Maki has already been slapped with a conviction and sentenced to 12 months home detention. She knows under current law another prosecution could put her in jail.
I'm not going to fight the authorities. If they come knocking at my door, of course I'm going to plead guilty. And what, really, at the end of the day...
Because you're so passionate.
I'm so passionate. And I believe in what I'm doing. And there's a whole lot of other people who are like me, believe in what we're doing.
However, until chronic pain sufferers get the same legal rights as the terminally ill, Aunty Bet and many more like her will continue to be on the wrong side of the law.
Under current law, you're a criminal.
Well, I am a criminal. I know that under the current law, and the sooner they have this thing legalised, the better for everyone. Everyone.
You see it as a medicine now, not
it's
as
a medicine that needs to be used. It needs to be used.